Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven Godspeed.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 1 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I nostri programmi sono offerti in molte lingue. Consultate suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Vegan side effect. More energy to enjoy life.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Have you ever dreamed of a place far away from it all, where the air you breathe is soft and clean, children play in fields of green, where the sounds of guns never pound your dreams?
Hello, Master.
Hello, Master.
Hello, Master.
Hi, sweetheart. Sugar pie. Heroes of the age. How are you guys?
We are good, Master.
How are you, Master?
I'm good. Thank you. As good as it gets. Yeah.
That's good.
And I'm very grateful to God and appreciate your guys' work. I mean, all of the in-house and remote workers. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Also those who work indirectly or occasionally for the world through Supreme Master Television. It really works. It does work. It's just too slow for our liking, but it works. Tell me, is there anything good to know or to ask?
Yeah, we have some topics we would like to ask about.
Yeah.
With regards to the UK and the new Prime Minister Liz Truss, she's made a few decisions that's not very popular with the public. For example, she told King Charles not to attend COP27.
When will that be then?
It will be in November.
Oh, November. Okay.
6th of November, to be exact.
Okay, good. So, what is it about?
So, yes, well, she advised King Charles not to go, so he won't be attending the COP. But he seems very passionate about environmental issues, so she's perhaps mentioned or hinted at it's for government to take care of these affairs rather than the monarchy. What does Master think about that?
It's up to the king, of course, but he's a king. He can decide what he wants. Also, as long as it doesn't hurt the country and it doesn't compete the government in any way. For decades, as best as he can, as best as he understands and believes. He's been very, vocal about the environment.
Yes.
He even tried to be vegetarian 2 times a week.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, one day, non-dairy products for royalty and for rich people or important people that can eat what they want all the time. And they have all the delicacies. For him to really try to cut down on meat and dairy products, to be vegetarian twice a week already. And even 1 extra day, no milk, no dairy products. So that shows that he is serious. As serious as a person can be. I mean, in the outside world.
Yes.
Of course, I said you guys might association member, my disciples.
Yes.
You know more. So you learn more, and you are more attuned to the how and why to protect the environment.
Yes, Master.
You're more concentrated on that. So if he is so passionate about it as much as he can, then he should go. I mean, if I were him, I would go, you know. Whatever I tell you is only you guys and your brother and sister initiates that really pay attention. I mean, most of you guys, most of the initiates. So I don't know why Prime Minister Trust advised the king not to go. Whatever the king decides, he would decide.
Yes. Master.
The reason, I think, she said it was because, you know the reason why?
No, Master.
As I read it, maybe I remember well that she said that he should not be with the ministers because most of the attendees are global ministers. She might think that is maybe too unbefitting for a king, huh?
Wow.
But it shouldn't be like that. In the modern time, king or not, you have to take care of the world and your country. Environmental climate change is a very urgent thing.
Yes, that's right.
Most scientists agree that an increase of just 0.4 more degrees will drastically change the world.
And the world are dealing with record extreme heat.
Storms have been causing deadly floods.
You could have mass melting of ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica.
If we don't act immediately, scientists say the consequences will be catastrophic.
3 degrees of warming is really disastrous.
Dealing with unprecedented heat waves and drought.
All day today, the rain falling so heavily and so quickly.
$10 billion. But recovery funds are tight.
Rescuers doing everything they can to reach survivors.
If the king or the president or the prime minister doesn't take care, then who would take care?
Yes.
And of course, if the king or the president is the highest level in the governmental society, if they don't lend their support, if they don't voice their opinion, if they don't use their very powerful influence of their position, then who would?
Yes, exactly.
We do what we can because we don't know if anybody listens, but I'm still doing it anyway. They do what they can. But of course it's up to the king. He doesn't have to always listen to the prime minister's advice if he thinks it's not appropriate to what he's feeling or thinking himself.
Yes, Master.
In my opinion, if you ask me, if the king can go out on the street, as we've seen many times, even since he was a prince already, he could go out on the street or mingle with anybody, anywhere, at some special party or something, and shake hands with people on the street. Now, why shouldn't he go shake hands or sit with the prime minister?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
In Japan, there was a rule from a long time ago. If I remember well, in Japan, there's supposed to be a rule, like even the king and the queen will not go anywhere to any gathering if the king and the queen would not be the center of attention, not the main focus of that gathering. First, when his son got married, they were not present. If I remember well, oh my God, it's been a long time already.
Yes, Master.
Because they were not the main focus, the main personage on that occasion.
Yes.
So maybe it's the same in England or many other royal systems. But if you don't care about the world or your citizens or what happened on the planet and in the world, then what for you are king? Tell me.
Right.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, what other reason? Yes.
What do you think?
You would think that you have all good, noble intentions to lead the country and improve the country in all aspects.
So it's not like the government wants to do everything and leave the king on one side.
Yes. You stay out of this. Oh, gosh, this is for us, not for you.
Yeah. Just stand by, huh? If we need you, we will call. This is the issue of the whole world, not just England. So all the heads of the countries should be more involved, more responsible, more vocal, and more active in saving the world, reducing climate change and saving the lives of all on the planet, including themselves.
Yes, Master.
What will happen to the king if the whole planet is destroyed by climate change?
Yeah, indeed.
Will he still be there, and will the government even do enough to protect him or protect their people?
No,
Master.
At the moment, it doesn't seem like they're doing enough anyway. So the more opinions, the more support, the better for everybody.
Yes,
that's
right.
All right. Anything else?
Well, yeah, she's also made a big upheaval. She's U-turned on the tax reduction for the super wealthy and has since fired her chancellor and hired a new chancellor. So her decisions are not very popular and crashed the financial markets in the UK.
Anything else?
Yeah, so even now some of her own people are wanting her to resign.
Huh?
Yeah.
So quickly?
Yes, at least 3 of them.
I'm now joined by a Conservative MP. It's Andrew Bridgen, writer of letters to get rid of Tory Prime Ministers. Was it the right decision? What should happen next?
Yes, it was the right decision. Clearly, Liz Truss had lost the confidence, not only of the Parliamentary Party, but the public at large. I think when you get to minus 70 on personal approvals, you're basically giving Vladimir Putin a run for his money, aren't you?
Is it time today, Thursday morning, for Liz Truss to resign?
I think we need new leadership. There are huge global challenges in terms of inflation, in terms of pressure on interest rates, obviously the energy crisis with Russia's aggression against Ukraine. In a time of uncertainty, we need solid leadership. And I'm afraid, I'm very sorry to say, that has been distinctly lacking from Downing Street in the last several weeks.
Oh, she's new, If she reverse and improve or repair the damage, then it should be good already.
At least she listened, saw the bad effects, and changed. It proves that the UK is still a free country. Like you can voice your opinion freely and help the leader to improve. And you do not have to die mysteriously for that.
Yes.
Yeah, but she should have done the opposite. She should take care of the poor, not the super rich.
Yes. Yeah, it's true.
Even though I'm not a prime minister, I don't know much about politics, but this seems like the opposite direction that she's going. Yeah, what else?
Those are the main things that stirred up public disapproval.
Okay. But I told you already, Boris is good for England. At least good for England. Not to talk about good for the world. I told you, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
But who cares? Who cares? Nobody listens to me anyway. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, Master, why does she do all this, make all these decisions?
Yeah, people do what they do according to their level of spiritual status. That is the thing. In the old times. And still in many tribal or in some smaller communities, people select a leader according to their wisdom, according to their virtue, not by how they talk.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And they check also the aura.
Wow.
That bespeaks your inner spiritual development.
Yes.
I don't want to tell you what her level is.
Oh.
People can judge, and you can tell. You cannot just look at the person outside. You have to see what they do.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So people don't know about President Trump inside or Boris Johnson inside. So they disregard their contribution to their country. Only the people who have psychic power, who have the wisdom eye open, can see them. Because the outside is sometimes very difficult for people to judge.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Also, sometimes, even though people know it, but they don't like it because the truth sometimes hurts people. Ego. If you tell them the truth, they don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's also like that. Yeah. The outside is sometimes very difficult for people to judge.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Also, sometimes, even though people know it, they don't like it because the truth sometimes hurts people. If you tell them the truth, they don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's also like that. Yeah. That's why from time immemorial, even the masters, they have never done anything wrong. Just citing Jesus Christ. He never said anything wrong, no, did anything wrong. He even did not oppose the government. He said, whatever belongs to Caesar, return to Caesar.
Yes, he did.
So he was not like a revolutionary soldier or leader or aiming to take over the country or do anything. He was just quietly teaching his disciples, whoever came to him for help spiritually. And they still crucified him. What did he do? What did he do to deserve that?
Nothing. He didn't deserve that at all.
No. He didn't even steal anything. He didn't even hurt anybody.
No.
He even cured people.
Yes, exactly. He only helped.
He only helped. And if all the people listen to his teaching, practice it. Like, you don't steal, you don't lie, you don't drink, you don't take alcohol, you don't take drugs, etc. You tell the truth only. Then the society will be peaceful. It would be so good for any king or any government to rule their country.
Yes, Master. Exactly.
They should have praised him, rewarded him, or asked him to be a counselor of the country, advisor to the king. Or they didn't even need to do all that. Just leave him alone to teach the country's citizens to become good.
Yes, Master.
There would be then no crime, no trouble, no suffering, no war within the country. There would be just peaceful, virtuous harmony among all citizens.
Yes, Master.
So even the masters don't get any approval or are not fair. They're so good leaders also don't fare very well.
Yes, Master.
But you cannot always blame any bad leaders. We, the society, have to also introspect our behavior, our way of life. If our way of life is peaceful, non-violent, benevolent or not, living according to God's commandments, God's will or not.
Yes, Master.
Whether or not we treat others as we treat ourselves, treat all creations of God as we want to be treated ourselves.
Yes, Master.
Humans have to change. I told you many times already. Just have to live according to God's commandments, according to love, peace, and harmony.
Yes, Master.
Very simple. Just be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. That's it?
Yes, that's right.
Is that a lot to ask?
No.
Yeah, that's it, okay? If they do like that, even bad leaders cannot do bad things.
Right.
And good leaders will emerge and will be recognized.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Okay, anything else, my love?
On that topic, no, but we have some other topic.
Yeah, but why did you want to ask about all this stuff?
Oh, the reason why we're asking, Master, is because the government should benefit from your wisdom also. Not only just for us, it would be good for all. We think the viewers may want to know, or the public may want to know what Master thinks as well. Let's hope it will maybe create some peace in people's minds, and understanding in their hearts.
Yeah, you hope, huh?
Yes.
You pray, huh?
Yes.
Pray for that.
Yes.
Fine. If we contribute more to the common sense, not to talk about peace, good understanding of the people of the world, especially for the government, then it's good. It's good. Then I will pretend that it's necessary. Then I will answer anything that you ask me. Because you also live in the society.
Yes, Master.
You want it all peaceful, then good. Anything else, tell me.
Yes, this news is about COVID. The Omicron subvariant BQ.1.1 is thought to be the most immune-evasive new variant, according to Dr. Eric Topol, and is coming in hot in the US. Some experts predict a wave of infections will swell in the coming months and peak in late December or early January.
We do turn now to the coronavirus pandemic and growing concern about new variants possibly leading to another winter surge. The CDC saying early data suggests these new variants may be able to spread more easily and evade immunity from vaccinations and previous infection. The BA.5 Omicron subvariant, it's been the dominant strain throughout the summer, but the CDC is now reporting that other subvariants make up roughly 1/3 of new cases. Could this be an indication of what's to come?
Absolutely. So these new subvariants represent a small but fast-growing group of this Omicron variant. And right now, as you said, there is evidence that they're able to evade immune protections.
We might already know what's next, at least for this winter. A pack of new variants battling to take over, including BQ1 and BQ1.1.
They're kind of new to the United States.
Dr. Peter Chin Hong says they derived from BA5. They're known to be immune evasive and were detected across the globe a while ago. But only recently did they catch our attention. Take a look at these CDC graphs. Everything in blue is BA5, our dominant strain. The two dark greens are BQ1 and BQ1.1. You can see that in just the last week, they and other variants are suddenly pushing BA5 off the chart.
It's known as one of the most immune evasive variants so far.
Specifically, the subvariant's spike protein looks different, which means antibodies we have from getting a vaccine or from having had COVID may not be able to recognize it, and there could be a higher chance of it causing infection.
It's out-competing the other subvariants. And if that means effectively it's infecting more people and it will cause a wave of infection.
In the last week alone, we've had more than 3 million reported cases, and we know that's an underestimate.
Yeah. I know about that too. But thanks for reporting. Thank you for the bad news. Yeah. Anyway, it's not just these variants. There are other variants that scientists did not find out about yet. Yeah, because nowadays the variants of COVID-19 don't do what they used to do before. They have more clever strategies to attack humanity. It's not evading. Nothing can evade such a vaccine. It's just that the new strategy of the COVID-19 is like that. They just withdraw whenever some vaccinations come in. Because they are also made of material substance. That's why you can see it under a magnifying glass. Physically, they are made of material things, just like humans or animals, people. We need material substance in order to exist. So they cannot be immune to any vaccination that is really very strong and is targeting them.
Right.
They just withdraw. They just withdraw either in some corner of the body and use a special shield to cover all of them for a while until the immune system winds down. Or they withdraw altogether outside of the body and stand by. Thus, the doctors and the scientists cannot find many of them, not just B1.1.
Yes, Master.
They're very clever. They have soul. They have spirit. I told you already. They are not just normal, like worms or anything that you can catch.
Wow. Yes.
Therefore, there are many new diseases that doctors cannot explain also. It all comes from different variants of COVID.
Yes.
Because they attack the body, they make it weak or sick or die, and then they withdraw. And even if doctors test for it, it's not in the blood. They don't know why and don't know what.
Yes, Master.
But the effect is long-lasting enough to cause that person to die or be severely sick.
Yes, Master.
And if they know the doctor is going to take the blood test, then they withdraw out. So the doctor doesn't know what kind of virus, what kind of bacteria caused this sickness. And when the doctor is done with the blood test, they come back in, for example.
Wow.
Yeah, like that. I asked the COVID chief to explain more to me. And so sometimes the patient dies, but the doctor still cannot find any clue why he died or what kind of disease. Or maybe they think it's just a common cold or fever or pneumonia, but it's not that.
Understand.
U.S. life insurance companies have reported an overwhelming and unexplainable increase in all-cause deaths among 18 to 49-year-olds. Along with that, there's also been an increase in certain medical diagnoses, such as miscarriages and Bell's palsy. Here to give us her take on the new data and what she believes could be causing the rise in numbers is emergency medicine and disaster specialist Dr. Kelly Victory.
The medical data was released by 3 career military physicians. They were seeing a significant uptick in certain conditions. So they actually went back and culled the database from the military on certain conditions over a 5-year period from 2016 through 2020, notably containing 1 year, 2020, of the full-blown pandemic. So they looked at 2016, 17, 18, 19, and 20 at the prevalence of certain conditions, including things like heart attack, blood clots to the lung, miscarriages, those sorts of things. And they compared it to the incidence of those same things in the calendar year 2021. And saw an alarming increase in certain things. For example, they saw a 270% increase in myocardial infarction in 2021, a 300% increase in incidence of Bell's palsy and of certain neurologic complaints, a 470% increase in pulmonary embolisms, blood clots to the lungs, and many, many other huge increases that they found alarming. Now, no one is saying with any certainty, Jason, what is causing this, but we certainly would be remiss as scientists if we didn't look at that and say, there is something going on. What happened in 2021 that was so different from the previous 5-year average that would cause this massive increase in certain medical conditions? The previous study from the U.S. life insurance companies, many of them were reporting a 40% increase in deaths from all causes in the 18 to 49-year-old group. They know that because these are life insurance companies that provide group life insurance policies to employers. So these are working age individuals with a 40% increase in all-cause deaths. So they are 2 groups of data that show, again, an alarm that something is going on. And the question is what? What has changed in calendar year 2021 that is causing, number one, an increase in all-cause deaths, as reported by the life insurance companies, and an increase in certain medical conditions, such as heart attacks, blood clots to the lungs, congenital malformations of children born that year, female infertility, and those sorts of things. There's a 300% increase, for example, in cancers, is what they found. This wasn't an increase from 1 case to 4 cases. In the case of cancer, for example, it was an increase from an average, a 5-year average of 38,000 cases per year to almost 120,000 cases in calendar year 2021. And actually, it wasn't even a full year. It was more like 11 months worth of data. And it was almost up to 120,000 cases of cancer. So the question is, what would cause that?
It's not that normal anymore.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And some new, and so that some people will feel like thousands of knives and stabbing them at the same time.
Oh.
Wow.
But the scientists are not always able to find out why. And some new, and so that some people will feel like thousands of knives and stabbing them at the same time.
Oh.
Wow.
But the scientists are not always able to find out why. People just have pain, excruciating pain like that.
Oh.
Just like knives, stabbing or pinching all over your body.
Oh.
In your brain as well.
Oh.
Imagine that.
Oh no, gosh. Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know if the doctors have found out yet if it's some COVID-19 variants or not.
Wow.
What affects the brain can be extremely devastating because it can affect your personality, your ability to think and concentrate, your mood, and those things that make us a person as a whole
When SARS-CoV-2 emerged, many were initially focused on its impact to the lungs. It soon became apparent that COVID takes a toll on the entire body, from the gastrointestinal tract to the brain. Autopsies have revealed devastating damage in the brains of those who have died from COVID.
Blood vessels were damaged, there were inflammatory cells around the brain. We found that there were immune cells in the brain itself. And we found antibodies stuck to the blood vessels. We knew that they were attacking the blood vessels. I had expected that we would see a lot of virus in the brain because the virus affects the nose. To our surprise, we didn't find the virus in the brain. There are a few people that have reported detection of virus in the brain, but they find very, very small amounts. And it doesn't explain the pathology that we see.
Less is known about brain damage in those with long COVID, symptoms that persist for weeks after what is often a mild stage of acute infection. Studies estimate that up to 30% of people develop long COVID after an initial SARS-CoV-2 infection. The symptoms can include fast heart rate, shortness of breath, and various neurological issues.
We've actually seen over time, now that we've seen hundreds of patients and lots of people have been reported in literature too, there are these kind of major categories. One of them is this what people call brain fog, where really your brain is just not functioning properly for some sort of cognitive types of tasks, things like concentration, memory. People have skin changes where they basically say, wow, the sensation on the surface of my skin is really abnormal. And then another major category that we've seen is headache. There is the sort of psychiatric categories where people have a much more acute and profound sort of delusion or psychosis syndrome. I think it's been a real challenge for patients that they come into the doctor with symptoms and the tests that are run are negative, and even things like MRI, which is a very sensitive test that can find lots of changes in the brain, for many of these patients is normal. For a long time, we've been using research tools that can look at more sensitive measures that aren't things that we necessarily use in the clinic, but can tell us things like whether the immune system is functioning completely normally, or whether there might be very subtle injury to the neurons in the brain that you just can't see by looking at an MRI scan.
Patients, they're going from physician to physician. Nobody knows what's wrong with them. People tell them, well, it's all psychological and everything, but they have real disease.
So imagine a patient screaming with pain, but the doctor doesn't know what it is and doesn't know how to cure, then they will just die also.
Yes, Master.
It's a very dangerous time. People pretend that COVID is gone, so they go back to normal. No mask and no face shield, stuff like that. You continue to wear them when you go out.
Yes,
Master.
And whoever listens to me, please do it. It won't hurt you.
That's right.
COVID-19 is not gone yet. I told you already long ago.
Yes.
It will be many more decades.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Unless humanity changes to a better lifestyle, vegan lifestyle, loving, compassionate, peaceful lifestyle, then you will get that back.
Understand.
If you give peace, you will have peace. If you give benevolence, you will be return benevolent anytime, any occasion you need.
Understand, yes, Master.
Peace can be only when humans change to peaceful mentality and action by themselves. I keep saying that all the time. I wish I could say something else, but this is the truth.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
All the masters have said the same. And if they could do anything else for humanity, they would have done something a long time ago already. But we, humans, have to change. We are the masters of ourselves. We have to change our destiny. We have to change our lifestyle in order to have a better future.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Whatever we want, we have to plant it. We have to act on it. We have to nurture it. If you want rice, you plant a rice plant. You sow the rice seeds. If you want wheat, then you sow wheat seeds. If you want corn, then you sow the corn seeds. If you want apples, you sow the apple seeds. If you want oranges, you do the same, etc.
Yes, Master.
We do.
This is the physical law in the universe. Whatever you want, you have to create it, give it, if you can. And to make peace, to be a vegan, to do good eat. Very simple things. It's not like it's difficult to do. Can do.
Right.
Yes, we can.
Yes, Master.
That's all we have to do. And God will shower benevolence, peace, happiness, more prosperity, more wonderful inventions on this world, and we will enjoy it 10,000 times more. But who is listening? I just hope our Supreme Master television helps some. It does help some. It's just too slow for my liking.
Yes,
Master.
Not the majority. That is the thing. Okay. Any other questions, my love?
We have a good news. It's about Elon Musk's U-turn. Last month, Elon Musk sent a letter to the Pentagon saying the company can no longer continue to fund Starlink's server in Ukraine and requested the Pentagon to take over funding for the Ukraine government and also military use for Starlink. But recently, Elon Musk reversed the position and said he will keep funding Starlink in Ukraine, and Starlink can serve Ukraine for free, even if the company doesn't receive the government's subsidies.
Good for him. Good for the company. That will earn him a lot of merit. And even if he will be born again next life, he will be rich again. Richer than now. Many lifetimes, not just the next life. If he is reborn as a human again, if he is not liberated, going to heaven, high heaven forever, then he will be a rich human all the time, either in this world or any other world, wherever he will be born. Good for him.
Wow.
But I told you, Supreme Master, television is good for the world. It's good for the world. It gives people some seeds of thought to think, to develop, to follow up.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Because people have souls, they have intelligence, they understand. You know, the good ones. Okay, so are you happy about that?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are so happy.
That's good.
Good then. Yes, it's good. Good for Elon Musk. Yes. That's very good. If he can afford it, why not? He's not doing anything wrong. He's not making any war or anything. He just provides people with communication possibilities. That's all.
Yes.
Any other things? Good, bad, neutral?
The other news is about Putin. Recently, there is some news. It seems Putin becomes softer now. And in his October 14 announcement, Putin said no more massive strikes on Ukraine, no need for additional mobilization, and it was not Russia's intention to destroy Ukraine.
Good, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a change.
And there is another news about him. The president of Tajikistan berated Putin for 7 minutes at the summit. He told Putin not to treat the Central Asian countries as if they were still part of the former Soviet Union. He should give them respect.
Good.
So it seems he's softer now. He didn't talk back or anything.
Okay, hopefully he follows through with what he says.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard that they want to talk peace now.
By Russian troops. Now the Kremlin is once again pushing the idea that negotiations could take place. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov says that the goals of what the Kremlin calls its special military operations in Ukraine remain unchanged, but added that they could be achieved through negotiations or other talks. Peskov made the comments to a Russian newspaper. It's the latest in a series of statements this week, stressing Moscow's openness to those talks.
But I just hope they really mean it. Not like last time they poisoned the peace negotiators, including their own.
Yes.
The Russian
Abramovich, yes.
Abramovich, yeah, my God. Russian language is a challenge for me. So I just hope that they really mean peace and not just to make an excuse to go there and poison people or just making the preconditions so insurmountable or like a joke. And so people cannot even begin to talk at all about peace.
Yes.
It's just that peace has to be unconditional. And whatever is right, they have to just agree to it. Just sign, like Russia goes home where they belong, and whatever belongs to Ukraine, return to Ukraine. And if any Ukrainian people really want to go to Russia to be independent somewhere, and why don't they go there and ask Putin for some land to become one of Russia's confederation or whatever they want to? Okay?
Yes.
If that's what they really want, not like force or scams, forcing people to vote to stay with Russia and all this kind of BS, is ridiculous and it's laughable.
Right.
Treating the world they're all stupid. That okay, people do whatever Putin wants, or people believe whatever Putin wants them to believe.
Yes.
Not even 5 years old kids will believe all that. Like all the people under Russian occupation in Ukraine all wanted to be with Russia. All of them.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It happens in some countries that 90-something, 99, 97%, or 90 whatever percent are for the incumbent president all the time, any time. What's the use of voting? It's costing a lot of money and time and bugging people. Just say, I vote for myself. I'm the president. I continue. Finish. Yeah, whatever you say doesn't matter anyway. Why bother? Huh? I'm the president for life, man. This war is funny, I'm telling you. And sometimes you just have to laugh because you can't cry anymore. Because whether you laugh or cry, it's the same. Sometimes to me, to laugh or cry, it's the same. It's all stupid, all nonsense, all illogical anyway.
Yes, Master.
They are acting, some of the leaders, they are acting as if they don't know anything that's logical. Nothing about reason and rational mentality. They know nothing. As if they don't know even heavens exist. They don't even know if other intelligent humans exist. They talk as it's for themselves.
Right.
They talk for themselves to listen. That's all. They forgot that the world also around and still there, kicking, The world also has ears, has eyes.
Yes.
Oh, dear God. What kind of people are they? I told you already. Never mind. We don't talk about that anymore. Some are possessed by these zealous demons anyway. They want war, they want killing so that they can eat. Told you already.
Yes.
They eat the energy of the flesh of the people who die in agonies in war, especially children and young women, young men. Terrible. I'm sometimes too tired. I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't want to even talk. I'm thinking who is listening anyway. Okay, anything else?
Yes, Master. I have a question. Master, how does one become a master like you? Like a Supreme Master?
What for? What for? Do you want to be a master? You can't be just for any purpose. At least it has to be for some noble purpose, like to help all the sentient beings and all that. You can't be a master if you are not appointed by heaven anyway, by God.
Yes, Master.
That's why the whole world has billions of people, but only really one master, truly a master.
Right.
Like when Jesus was alive, he was the only one. When Buddha was alive, he was the only one. You see, his cousin, Devadatta, wanted to be like him, imitated him, and having also followers and all that stuff. It was all nonsense, doing nonsense, talking nonsense all the time. Never had any wisdom on anything. He even had followers. Talk like the Buddha, copy all the Buddha's teaching and told others as if it were his teaching. He didn't even mention that this is the Buddha's teaching and I'm conveying it to you. No. He didn't know anything. He just wanted to be famous like the Buddha. That is not it. You really have to have the power of God in order to rescue people, to elevate souls, to liberate the world, whomever you can. If you don't have that power, even if you copy the master or repeat her teaching like a parrot or like a record player, it means nothing. It doesn't help anybody. It even drags you to hell. Because you pretend to be somebody that you're not. And the whole universe will condemn you for misleading humanity, misleading vulnerable beings.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
You have to be appointed by God. Most of the masters that are coming and going have been ancient masters since forever. Very rarely a human can be a master. Maybe they can go to the 5th level or wherever the master can be. Most of the so-called masters nowadays, I saw them all 3rd level, maximum. Some are 4th level, but very rare. Not a lot.
Yes, Master.
And if you follow the 4th level master, it's already best for you that you are liberated outside of the 3 worlds. Otherwise, if you think you are doing some charity work so that you have a lot of merit, it's just like the imperial land, because he thought he built a lot of temples for the monks and did charity work, so then his merit was immense. So the Bodhidharma told him, you have 0 merit. And so the king did not like him. Yeah, he invited him out to go back home. Yeah, Bodhidharma knew that he shouldn't say that because the king would not like it. The king would like to be praised as usual. Everybody praise him.
Yes, Master.
He'd like to be praised and all that. But Bodhidharma had to tell the truth. The masters always told the truth, tell the truth, and will tell the truth, whether people like it or not.
Yes.
Because they represent the truth. They cannot be otherwise, even though it endangers their lives or is not favorable for them, but they always tell the truth. You cannot be a master if you don't have the power to uplift people's souls, to liberate them from the 3 worlds. Everything good you do in this world will be credited only inside the 3 destroyable worlds. If you do good after some time in the astral heaven, then you come back, be a good human again, and maybe be rich again. But nothing much. You continue recycling in the suffering world. Even if you're rich, you're famous, you also get sick, you get old and you die also suffering like everyone else.
Yes.
If you do charitable deeds, you help people, then the next life you become rich. That's it. But you're not liberated. You will come back again into the physical world, either this physical world or any other physical world in the universe. But that's all you do. You're just a recycle kind of material with a soul in it. But you cannot be free forever. Like the master's disciples, they are free. They're free forever. And if they want to come back to help the world somehow, they can do it. But with suffering, sometimes it depends on the period of time on that planet or this planet. Jesus Christ's disciples, the 12 apostles, suffered so much after Jesus died also. They were also hunted down and crucified or died in such terrible, horrible ways. You know that, all of them.
Yes, Master.
They also were crucified even, and some died in different ways. All horrible. With such cruelty, humans treated them. At least the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ died horrible deaths. So cruel, so inhuman, almost like the death of the master. It's not easy to be a master in this world, even to be the disciples of the masters. You have to always be careful what you do. Even nowadays, in some countries, my so-called disciples don't live easily. In some countries, they've been restricted because different governments, different systems, different beliefs, or no belief at all. Now, that is the disciples even, not to talk about being a master. You know how many masters. Most of them have been executed in different terrible ways. And their disciples weren't also being hunted, murdered, killed, tortured, and in any way possible. Read all the different masters' history, and you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
Master.
Better don't be a master. But you can't avoid it. If God wants you to be a master, you will have to be. And that is that. It's also according to your vow for a long, long time. All the time you vow to help sentient beings, to help the suffering. And if you really practice well, life after life, and you earn enough spiritual merit, and you purified enough by your own determination to follow unconditional love and sacrifice for others, then maybe God will pick you. But you must be appointed by God, not by your own choice.
Yes, Master.
I understand.
And when God appoints you, then you're dead. It means you cannot escape that destiny to be a master. Whether or not it's a couple or just a few disciples or a big congregation of people, it's God's will. And you were willing to do it. God is all powerful, almighty, but you yourself as a human must also be in His will, have to cooperate together. Otherwise, it will not work. That's why people, they do bad deeds, they will go to hell. And people who are practicing spiritually, they have to also do the will of God in order to elevate themselves higher and higher in consciousness. Otherwise, they just stay low or just be eliminated from the spiritual group automatically.
Yes,
Master.
Otherwise, if God's power, God's will is just to force humans to listen to Him and do what He wants by His own power, then Jesus did not have to come down. God can do it from heaven.
Yes, Master.
And if the Master, by the will of God, by the power anointed by God, can do everything for everybody, then Jesus did not have to die. Or the Master didn't have to die or suffer in any way, or didn't even have to come down. Even if they came down, they didn't have to accept any disciple, didn't have to officially give them initiation. They could just use the power to change everything. That means forcing humans to listen to them.
Yes, Master.
Then it's not it.
Right.
Humans have to also coordinate, obey, and practice the Master's teaching, which is the universal law, which is the way to liberation.
Yes,
Master.
So people just keep praying to God, wanting peace, wanting harmony, wanting this, wanting that, but they don't follow the way to achieve that. That's why they don't have it. You want peace, but you always give war. War to your neighbors, to your other country, citizens, and war to the animal people. So how can you have peace? If you don't plant apple seed, how you get apple tree or fruits, huh?
Right.
That's right, Master.
This is the physical universe. You have to do whatever is physically governed by the universal law.
Yes, Master.
Suppose I'm a master and I can do everything. Then I just sit pretty, huh? And use the power of God to change everything, force everybody to be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. I can't do that. I can only teach. I can only show them the way to find it. And help them if they need help. If they want to, I can impart to them part of this God power, and then they can develop. And then they can find peace. They have to walk the right way. Then they will find whatever they want in the right way.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, otherwise what for? If I'm a master and powerful, why do I need you to meditate? Why do I need you to pray to God, to thank God and all that? Why do I need you to eat vegan even? And help to do charity, help other people.
Yes, Master.
But by the way, helping others or doing good deeds is only to earn some small merit within the three worlds. Within the destroyable three worlds, because the three worlds don't exist forever. Then we will always come and go.
Right.
Yes, Master.
The reason we want to keep this world alive is so that people will have more chances, more time to encounter enlightenment through a master. That's the only reason this world should exist and should be longer existing, just to give humanity a chance to awaken, to remember God and to find God again. Okay, anything else?
Yes, there is one other thing. Recently on a podcast at the end of September, Bill Gates said that telling people to go vegan or not buy expensive houses will not make any difference, is of no use. So I'm wondering why he would say such a thing when he seems to have supported plant-based meats and invested in plant-based meats, and now he's saying something opposite.
No, I think he's just observing things. Things also don't change as fast as he wants. You know?
Okay.
It does have use. It's useful. It just takes too long.
Oh.
Well, it's a good idea, you know. Don't you also just want to go to the Himalayas with me and eat 10 vegan samosas anytime?
Yes, that's the life.
Yeah, that would be nice. If we believe in what he says, then I would just put my feet on the table, watching movies, you know, day in, day out, and eating popcorn or anything good, drinking non-alcoholic beer or whatever, juice that you make. Yeah, I would call my chef back to my side to cook me groovy things for myself, and I invite some of you guys. We use all our money, whatever we still have left, to buy a big house and play together. Yeah. Just some of you that follow me closely and do the Supreme Master television work. If we don't have to tell people to eat vegan anymore, then we don't have to do much, right? Just eat, sleep.
And be married.
Yeah, go out to a fancy restaurant every day. Yeah. At least we can afford that, okay? Yeah. We don't care much about beautiful clothes anyway. I normally wear them just for advertisements, you know, my own, my design, I advertise. I don't need jewelry even. I just wear them because I advertise. Otherwise, I don't like to wear anything. No jewelry, nothing. I don't like anything on my body. Even though it helps, yeah, but I don't like it. I don't care much about it. And when I live alone, like now, I wear anything so simple, easy, you know, comfortable. Very wonderful. Good. I feel good, at least for that.
Yes.
At least in that aspect, I feel better. And not buying nice houses. That's what I say.
Yes.
But who's telling people not to buy nice houses? Who? I did.
No, Master.
All my disciples' houses, I mean, many of them at least, or most of them are nicer than my house. That's what they told me. When I still had a house, you know, in Chihu, a long time ago, they built a surprise house for me that I hardly ever lived in. Until the dog people came along, then I needed more room, so we stayed together in that house. But whenever anybody went into that house, because I received them sometimes, they laugh. Some of them laugh. I say, why are you laughing? I say, oh, any of our brothers and sisters' houses are better than your house. I said, huh?
Oh.
Wow. What a competition. I said, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that's the way it is. My house is like that. Mostly it's for dog people anyway, so nobody arrange anything much. I just have like a sofa bed to meditate and lay down some time to stretch my spine. Good excuse, yeah. And then for the dog people to jump on it with me or without me. And for dogs' houses, inside the house, and for dogs' beds and dogs' blankets, dogs' sofas, dogs' whatever. Even without dog people, what for do I need what? Huh? I don't really need anything, do I?
No, Master.
The most I need nowadays is just a desk. I don't even have it. There is like a half of the desk that you have. It's already there, so I use it just to put on a computer and whatever. What was it?
Screen.
The keyboard, and the monitor. You know, the big screen to edit. That's all.
Wow.
That's all I need. Yeah, and the telephones. Just I have to charge them a lot. Charging several phones for different purposes and charging digital camera, etc., etc. Yeah, a lot of charging every day. And the maximum I would need is a bed. Normally I don't. But if the bed is there, then I use it. But mostly I just sit on the floor to meditate because the bed is too comfortable. Whenever I try hard to sit on the bed to meditate, when I wake up, I find myself flat. You know, with the blanket or without blanket, I couldn't care less. Probably too tired. You know, I don't even know when I flat myself down. Yeah, okay. I meditate all day, all night, all the time with God. Okay, all the time.
Yes, Master.
All the time, meditate differently. I guess when I snore, then my mind meditates. But I don't hear myself snoring, only now and then. Very rarely. Because when you wake up, you don't hear yourself snore anymore. I guess I wake up before. I guess my soul comes back before my body reacts. Yeah. So then the body is still snoring, yeah? And then when the soul comes back, it gets scared, so it stops snoring, you know. Just like sometimes the employee is sitting in the office, if the boss comes, then he stops doing whatever he does with his friends, you know, talking, you know. Yeah. Or some people would say, stop telephoning. The boss is coming. Look busy. Like that. Okay. So, you want to listen to his advice? We don't tell people to be vegan anymore?
No.
And then we can watch TV, watch movies, and go out eating all the time. Not like now, we work day and night, no holidays, no Sunday, nothing. I'm sorry for you guys also. You're still young, you should enjoy the world. If the world has anything for you to enjoy. Why do you still follow me and do the Supreme Master television work, huh? You are as crazy as I am, huh? Amen. You have a crazy master. You know, all the masters will make you do so much work. That is for sure, right? No. I don't see any master, so-called master in the world who makes any disciple work so hard like that. And they don't work that hard either, right? Simple. To be a master is more simple than to be what I am now. And involved in many of you to work so hard. I am so sorry. But I think you're volunteers.
Yes, Master. Yes. We are volunteers.
The thing you want to do it that way, you're very willing. No, otherwise, who stops you to leave, right?
Exactly, Master.
I don't bind you on the post of the bed, no?
No, not at all.
You even get your own bed, get your own desk, you put your own things and work by yourself.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, of course I give advice and all that. And I also work with you, same, right?
Yes, Master.
But still, no master would do this. And no other master disciples have to work that hard. Okay? And for that, I'm very grateful to you and appreciate your hard work and your unconditional dedication to the world, to the suffering beings who try to help and lessen the pain of the world. And maybe one day it will be eliminated altogether, the sorrow, the pain of the world. That's what we are praying for, hoping for, and working for.
Yes, Master.
That's right.
You're still with me, right?
Yes, Master. Yes.
And you don't even complain. That's a very sweet thing about it. Thank you. I am the one who complains a lot. But you don't complain, right?
No, Master.
Do I really complain a lot? Do I? No, sometimes. Huh? Tell me. Did I complain?
No, Master. You don't complain at all.
Then it's good to me. Then I'm like you. Like Master, like disciple. Or shall I say, like disciples, like Master. To honor you, you know? Yeah. I wish I could talk to all of you guys, you know, in other countries, you know, but it's not convenient for me all the time. Yeah, it's not convenient. I cannot always explain why it is not convenient. But you remember, I don't think I ever told you to buy a small house. Anyway, even if I told you to buy a small house, you would not do it. Some of you like to do it, if you like to do it, but you don't have to, you know. If you have a nice house, you live in a nice house. If you can afford it, why not? It's just for me, my own experience, that I told you and others that the smaller the house, the better, because I have too much work to do.
Yes.
I have to cook for myself also. If I have a big house, then who is going to clean it all the time? Then I need to have an assistant, attendant, and all that stuff.
Yes, Master.
Maybe before I could afford to live in a house, which I never did, until those people came. Before I lived only in a cave. Even if they built that house already, I didn't live there. I lived in my cave. So someday some disciples came and they couldn't find me, so they asked where I am. I said, I'm in the cave here, over there. Go that way, this way, turn left, turn right. And they were crying when they saw me there. Oh, people think you live in a big house with luxury, with bodyguards and all that, and they don't know you live in such a small cave. I said, what's wrong with a small cave? I'm small. This is all I need.
Right.
And at that time, we didn't even have Supreme Master television. And we were not all that busy even. But I prefer a simple life.
Yes, Master.
Because all we need is just somewhere to lay down, you know, 2 meters long and 1 meter wide, maximum. And then all you do is just sit in meditation or do whatever you do.
Yes, that's true.
Do whatever you do. You just cook some little simple things for yourself. And then you go out and do some exercise. And nowadays I can't even do that. Yeah, I don't even get out of the house. I mean, the door. Except whenever I have to move, I must go, and people can see me, but they don't care. They don't look at me anyway. Some do. If they see the aura, some can see the aura. Then they try to go near, and I have to hide. I have to go somewhere else. I avoid. But most people don't care. They don't know who I am. They don't look. So it's very comfortable if I go out in an unknown area. People don't know me. But if I don't have to go out, then I don't go. I just stay inside. Because during the retreat, you should not see people.
Right. Yes.
The thing is, because if people see a master, the love from the master will flow to them. And the negative force inside them will struggle, and they will feel not peaceful, and they might do something back to the master's love.
Oh, wow.
If the master doesn't stay around for long with them, even if they don't know that is a master, the love flows out automatically, and it might make the person who saw them feel disturbed. If they know that person, if they look, you see, like if the neighbors or something, if they know that the master lives there, and they see the master, then they will feel more disturbed, more uncomfortable, because some people feel comfortable, some people don't feel comfortable. It depends. And then they will feel unpleasant. So during retreat, you should not see anyone. You should not let anyone see you. It's the best. That's all, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Because some people have too much of the negative inside them. And if the love from the pure positive power comes to them, then they will not like it. You know, the negative inside them will not like it. Maybe after a while, the negative will be cleansed out, and they will feel good. They will feel better than before if they accept that and don't struggle. Some people don't feel comfortable with the love from God that flows through the master's physical instrument, physical body.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Okay. What else Anything else you want to know?
No, Master.
Anything else you want to ask?
No, I think that's all.
Yeah, that's all. If I have told you guys to buy small houses, don't listen. Okay? If you want to buy big house, buy big house. Yeah. If you want to be more simple, comfortable, and independent, then buy smaller house. You don't have to clean too much. You don't have to make other people clean it for you if you don't want to clean. And you don't have to make other people work for you. That's all. Maybe I did say something like that before. Or maybe joking or something. Or I just say my experience. But it cannot be my fault because all the people, they buy big house, they buy comfortable house anyway. No matter what I say.
Yes.
It's just like I tell them be vegan, but not everybody became vegan. Maybe they will. God's willing, God's help. We try our best to always tell people the good things for them anyway. Some take it for granted, some follow, who knows. The more vegan people, the more peace in the world.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
At least the animal people don't suffer so much.
Yes.
Yes.
So we do what we can, we do what we think is the best. And it doesn't harm anybody anyway, whatever I told.
Right, exactly.
Yes, Master.
Whatever I tell is all for the people, it's good for the planet, it's good for the animals, people, it's good. God's will. God's will be done. I have not said anything to harm anybody. Did I ever?
No,
Master.
Oh, okay. Then it's good. Then we continue. As long as it takes, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And who knows, maybe one day all is peace. All the zealous demons go down where they belong. All the good people are here. But people change into good and we have all peace. And then we can, buy a big house, stay together. Or go to the Himalaya. Or we do half-half, Sometimes we go to the Himalaya and live in a mud house for a change. And sometimes we go back to our palace somewhere, a big house, a big palace, and then go to a vegan restaurant every day, eat different delicacies. Oh, yum. Okay, huh? Anything else? If not, I go now. I feel a little tired.
No, Master.
It's all good. All right. God bless. God love. I love.
God bless. Thank you for your time today, Master.
Thank you, Master.
I love you guys. I appreciate your work, man.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Prophet Muhammad, we read, lived mostly on barley bread. This sattvic food keeps the head and heart free from all types of impurities. Sattvic means pure vegetarian diet. Sant Kirpal Singh Ji Maharaj, vegetarian.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.